does playing games in quick succession help you guys with momentum and getting more hours on the field?
Yeah, there's challenges to playing games kind of in a short space of time, but there's also pros to it as well. Players like to play more than train. So as long as we can recover well physically and get the team prepared from that point of view, then we welcome the games coming thick and fast. So yeah, no problems with that, and the boys have recovered well. We've got the last session today before we travel to Brisbane, and we feel good.
And how do you view Brisbane Roar?
Yeah, obviously they're in a difficult moment. But everybody experiences those at times, and looking at their last games, they've been in a lot of the games, which is I'm sure they'll take a lot of positives from that. I know what the manager will be saying to the team. He'll be looking at the positives and trying to tweak a few things where they need to get better. But I've listened to the interviews, and he's very positive with certain elements of his team, and they'll be full of confidence going into this game. I'm sure they will be. So we've got to be mindful of that. I know they haven't won a game, but listen, football is funny sometimes, so we've got to be ready for it. We've got to be ready to go and attack the game, which we're going to do, and we're aiming for 3 points.
And Nathan Paul had a really good goal. How do you view him as an up-and-coming young player?
Yeah, first, take the goal out of it. I thought he had a really, really strong performance as well. The goal capped it off for him, which was great to see, his first career goal. So huge congratulations for him for that. But not only the goal, but for a really positive individual performance in what we felt was, particularly in the second half, a good solid team performance as well, to get a point against Melbourne City, who were a good team. So listen, we're full of confidence going into this game. We're clear on what we want to do. We'll iron out a few things on the training ground today, just to give clarity to the players, and we'll be fully ready for the game.
Very nice. And I guess not a New Year's resolution, but it's the later third of the game. How are you going in training, targeting that?
The later stages of games. Well, listen, we want to try and control games from minute one. It's not always possible sometimes. We felt in the last game against Melbourne City, particularly in the second half, we were much better, particularly with the ball. I thought defensively in the first half we were fairly sound, but without creating anything with the ball, and that's not us really. We want to be brave with the ball and have players who want the ball, and we did that in the second half, and that kind of turned the tide a little bit in that game. So we'll be kind of not saying the latter stages of the game. He's trying to control kind of larger parts of the game, even from the start of it. So that's our aim. Like I said, we have a plan of how we want to play, and we're going to execute that against Brisbane. We know it's going to be tough, but the players are ready to go.
What's the state of the squad at the moment? Who's come back from injury? Who's still out?
We missed Lucas Moragas in the last game. Just had a bit of a sore quad still, so he'll be missing again. But everybody else is fit to go. Ryan Edmondson comes back into the squad now, which is a real boost for him and the team. But as regards to the longer term injuries, there's no one coming back on that front. Every player, Miguel De Pizio and Nico Duarte, are tracking really, really well. Obviously, we've got Trent Sainsbury back now fit from his injury, so we're starting to get players back, which is a real positive sign, and that can only be a boost to the squad.
We've had a lot of travel, in the 18 months or so that you've been here, but probably the last month we've sort of been tucked in at home or around New South Wales. I guess what's that going to bring now? Your first big away trip for about a month or so.
Yeah, just listen. It's another game for us. It's nothing. We're used to it now. The players are used to it. The staff are used to it. Quick turnaround in games. We said the challenges that brings, but yeah, no problem. We know how to deal with it, and yeah, we're just fully focused on the game, and we want to get 3 points. We want to start to put a run together as quickly as possible, and we see this as a game where we can go and attack it like any game, and hopefully get that positive result. And there's certainly a positive feel around the place at the minute after the second half performance against Melbourne City. So we want to continue that, and we need to foster that, and we need to build on that going forward.